Man, that was an unbelievable release because he moved the puck from backhand to forehand so quickly, trying to get the goaltender Thompson leaning. He did not. He stayed with that shot, and a real good sturdy stop again.
Caps and Sabres have split the first two meetings. Charlie Lindgren was the netminder of record in both of those, so this is Logan's first look at Buffalo after 6 months. Ovechkin in tight, great save, Lyon, rebound, score! Jacob Chychrun!
Is some shot for his 25th goal of the season. Right up there where the cookie jars hang out, top shelf. Good work by Dubois. In on the forecheck, McMichael. Ovi shot, nice save, but the follow-up goes right back to Chychrun, who's sneaking in a little bit to put a little more pressure. And look at the Sabres, they're all puck watching, and Chychrun to the roof. The Caps have a 1-0 lead early in the first.
The NHL's goal-scoring leader among defenders, Jacob Chychrun, who had the game-winning goal against Buffalo in the last meeting between these two at KeyBank Center in mid-March, gets Washington off to a flying start 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the contest.
22 points.
Jacob Chychrun, who had the game-winning goal against Buffalo in the last meeting between these two at KeyBank Center in mid-March, gets Washington off to a flying start 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the contest.
22 points his last 25 games overall. There's his season totals. I like his plus 18 at the end. Here's an Ovechkin isolation. He's been hanging out more and more around the paint. That pays off, and he collects an assist on that goal. Wonderful shot to the top corner.
Quick centering pass here, point blank. Score! Dylan Strome! Back-to-back for Washington! Start 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the contest.
22 points his last 25 games overall. There's his season totals. I like his plus 18 at the end. Here's an Ovechkin isolation. He's been hanging out more and more around the paint. That pays off, and he collects an assist on that goal. Wonderful shot to the top corner.
Quick centering pass here, point blank. Score! Dylan Strome! Back-to-back for Washington!
Well, after last game, Lindy Ruff said we were outskated and outcompeted, and that's what's happening right now. The Caps are taking it to Lindy Ruff's team. Just turnover after turnover. They don't get it out. 3 guys puck watching. Dubois and Protas is alone in front, all by his lonesome. And again, heads-up play by Pro. Kicking that puck off his right skate boot. Finding Dylan Strome going hard to the net. Notice Dylan didn't stop. He went hard to the net, got that puck before Stanley could get a piece of him, and it's quickly 2-0 Caps.
Timeout Sabres. 2 tallies, 20 seconds apart. Strome doesn't mind seeing Alex Lyon between the pipes. The Washington bench erupts. Strome, in 6 games against Alex Lyon, has 5 goals.
Quick timeout just to settle down his hockey team. He knows they have a lot of firepower. The Capitals know that. Now they got to continue to add here. Don't sit.
Lapierre guides it along. Wilson and the Caps wearing the Screaming Eagle red sweaters tonight. Second to last home game of the regular season for Washington. Just one more after this night against Pittsburgh. Dubois to the outside. Pierre-Luc turns the cage, funnels one to the front. It didn't get to McMichael. It does to Chychrun, who drilled it wide. Rebound, score! Connor McMichael! It's 3-0 in the first 6 minutes.
Caps fans are on their feet and buzzing, as they should be. Total domination by the Caps. Big Dubois just using his size to his advantage. A broken play and then a kick puck to Chychrun. Whistles it wide, and then you see the follow-up by Connor McMichael right into the net. A layup for McMichael off the back wall. Nothing that the goaltender could do in any of the 3 goals, but he's going to be hooked instead of using the timeout, which they've already used. Ellis will come in, the backup here tonight for Buffalo.
Colton Ellis sitting second chair. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is not dressed for battle tonight for Buffalo.
So any points this evening or tomorrow, and he will hold that record by himself. And guys, when you think of other high-scoring D-men who have preceded him, names like Carlson, Stevens, Hatcher, and others, that's quite an early accomplishment.
Definitely, for a young man with a bright future. He and his mates have come out and taken care of business in the first 7 minutes against Buffalo tonight. Sabres looking for a response here. Snapshot fire! Upstairs score. Dahlin.
That is some shifty move by Dahlin, their captain. He waltzes in and snipes his 18th goal of the season, top shelf. He's got 68 points now. The captain gets him back in this hockey game, and it's a shifty move at the blue line that sends him in, and then it's a dart to the top shelf. Here's the hookup, nice little play going rink wide, but look at that move right there against Pro and Dylan Stroh, moving laterally on that play, but it all stems from Norris coming into the zone, hooking off, making a play, and finding him far side. Dahlin, magical with that shot, just rips it top corner. Logan, I don't think, saw that one going that hard.
Rasmus Dahlin, 18 markers on the year, a dozen of them at even strength. It's 3-1. Dahlin scoring some 38 seconds after McMichael made it 3-love. Greenway
back at you. You don't want to play that type of game against Buffalo.
No icing called here. Greenway muscling up against Van Riemsdyk. Hendricks Lapierre able to clear for Washington. Ethan Frank is back in business for the Capitals, 53 in the red. You watch Greenway power into the corner against Van Riemsdyk. Cuffed down by Dahlin, drive to the front, loose there, they score! The Sabres rallying back to make it a 1-goal game.
And if you roll this back, the Capitals turn the puck over in the so-called danger zone, about 10 feet inside their blue line. I just mentioned reloading, rewinding, that's what they do best. They get it up, they get a break, and they get a lucky bounce, yes. There's the miss clear by Duhaime. It's kept alive. Greenway, Malenstein, and company go to the net. And there's the garbage picker right on the goal line there. Malenstein, the former Cap, puts it home. It's an empty net. Nothing Logan can do. He's trying to protect the rebound. The rebound goes wide. Malenstein on the doorstep makes it a 3-2 game.
So the Sabres took the early punch in the nose, and they didn't run away. Malenstein's first goal in 5 games against the Capitals. Malenstein and Dahlin back-to-back. It's 3-2 Washington in red. 7.5 minutes to go in the first. At the line, power forced back by Ovechkin. Alex already with a couple of assists in this game. At the line here, a Mohawk turn to get away from Doan.
That was a big Mohawk turn.
When everything he does.
Yeah.
Protas to the outside, big strides, one-handed backhand, stick save Ellis.
Nice power move to the net. I like seeing that from Pro.
Doan, 2-on-1 developing with McLeod. Doan closes, McLeod settles. Ran out of real estate there, looking for power coming late. That gives Washington the 2-on-1 the other way. Protas closing, fires, score! Alexei Protas!
Well, he's taken over TJ Oshie's goal song and loves it. Calls his own number here, looking over to Hudson, but then fires it past Ellis, who's playing both sides there and thinking he's going to make that pass. He's way out of the paint, but that's a nice-looking shot by Pro. Using his reach, he's on the off wing and just whips it. Usually the case. The Sabres miss an opportunity at one end. The Caps come down with their odd man break and connect. The Caps have a 4-2 lead.
24 goals for Alexei Protas this season, 22 of them at even strength. The other 2 were...
Alexei back in the lineup, back on the score sheet. As we take a look at your goal, you're coming down 2-on-1. You've got Cole Hudson. When did you decide it's better that you're going to take the shot as opposed to make a pass?
I feel like in that game, and we don't really have many shots on net, not many opportunities, and I felt like it's a good chance to shoot the puck, and a good thing happened. It went in, so good for the team.
As we've seen, this Buffalo team will not go away as we take a good look at it here, and a beautiful shot there. What do you have to see in this third period to make sure you guys put this away?
We already learned one lesson in first period, I think, and we got to make sure and do our best to make sure it's not happening in the third. I think we're in the good spot right now.
Dubois, prior to tonight, back-to-back multi-point games. Stanley will swing. Sort of flushes him out.
Now 8 points for Dubois in his last 3 overall.
Metsa drives it around the corner curve. Quinn there for Buffalo. Stick check by Strome. Help comes from Sortif. And Justif will leave the zone. On to Cole Hudson. On the crisscross drop, Leonard fires. He scores! Ryan Leonard with a rocket.
Fabulous rush goal by the Caps. Sortif to Hudson joining the attack, activating. Look at this pass, the little dropper right onto the stick, and look at him rip it top shelf. Past Ellis over his shoulder, over the blocker. A rocket launch by Leonard, and the Caps have a 3-goal lead over the Buffalo Sabres. It starts in the defensive zone, leads to offense because Elaine Hudson smart. Just a little drop pass and a howitzer of a shot by Ryan Leonard.
Leonard at 6:26 from Cole Hudson. Washington has it so. They've suffered their most losses, however, against any division against the Metro. Washington attempting to win the season set 2-1. Power play number 5 for the guys in white. They'll get it set straight away for Dahlin. Challenged by Wilson. Zucker lets this one fly, weakened on the way. Good work on the perimeter. Norris was ripped off by McMichael. 2-on-2 with Wilson. Wilson to his backhand. He scores! A spectacular shorthanded goal.
Killers getting it done in so many different ways tonight. Great speed by Connor. He waits at the exact right time when he saw Wilson have separation from the back checker. Right onto his tape. No chance for Quinn to corral the big fella. Tom Wilson, 1 away from 30. Back-to-back 30-goal seasons for Big 43. That's goal number 29 on a great feed from Connor McMichael shorthanded.
Capitals picking up their 4th shorthanded goal of the season. 2 from Protas, 1 from Duhaime, now 1 from Wilson. Buffalo still a man to the good for 80 seconds, trailing by 4. This is the head fake. Stumbles there into the corner. Washington right back to work tomorrow, Easter Sunday night in New York. Stanley pumps this one off the blocker of Logan Thompson. They're all up and celebrating a Washington win on home ice by the final of 6-2.
LT making his 10th consecutive start was stellar once again. 37 of 39. A lot of slot shots from the Sabres. Only 2 eluded the big fella. He definitely was a difference maker here in this hockey game. It was a total team effort. It was domination for a large portion of this game for the Caps on home ice against the Buffalo Sabres.
Everybody over the boards to congratulate LT on the win. A big bear hug from